time to fly Baltic Air again, this time from Madrid through to Riga. I'm flying in one of their fancy new aircraft. It's the Bombardier CS300. Never flown one of these before. This one was delivered only about a year ago, so I'm looking forward to see what it's like. I'm flying business class, so hopefully it'll be a pretty good flight. Looking forward to it. One word of warning with Air Baltic and their business class baggage allowance. It's 40 kilos, but that is 2 bags of 20 kilos each. One bag of 27 kilos meant that I just had to actually split it into 2 bags. Never ever had that before on an airline. I don't know why they do it, but there's a strict 20 kilo limit. Yeah, not overly business friendly, but I'm sure there's a practical reason behind it. Maybe somebody from Air Baltic can explain it. It doesn't make sense to me. In theory, there should be a lounge here that I've got access to. That's what my boarding pass says. Unfortunately, my boarding pass also says that I should be departing from another terminal, so that's where I went. That's not the case, so I had to go back through security, and I've spent the last 45 minutes trying to work out where I'm supposed to go. Now, I do about 75 flights a year, so I see a lot of airports. Madrid Airport would have to be the most disorganised mess I've ever seen anywhere. My advice, don't transit through here, avoid it, arrive by train, depart by train. That's probably the best advice I can give for Madrid. It's a beautiful city, but this airport needs some serious work. In hindsight, I think that the issues with the luggage at check-in were probably more of an issue with the systems here at Madrid Airport than Air Baltic. But if Air Baltic could confirm that in the comments below, that'd be handy. On this flight, the business class cabin was just the first 2 rows. The CS300 has a 2x3 seating configuration throughout the aircraft. In business class, the seat next to you is empty. Therefore, seat A is definitely the one to go for. For flights with a high level of business class demand, this divider is moved back and the business class cabin magically becomes bigger. The CS300 is a great aircraft. The seats are leather and they're a slimline design that is very comfortable and offer good support. The legroom was okay and the tray table was a good design. There is no in-seat power on this aircraft. What I really like though was the size of the windows. They're much bigger than a 737 or even an A330, and they were just at the right height, so you didn't have to lean down to see out of them whilst taxiing. Coming out of Madrid, there were some stunning views of the clouds. Once in the air, all the stresses of Madrid Airport disappeared. The crew on board this flight were brilliant. They were happy, friendly and engaging. A gin and tonic appeared in no time. It really hit the spot, so I had to have a second. Dinner was then served. It was a full meal and very tasty. Later in the flight, a cheese platter was served. I couldn't fault the Air Baltic catering, and is certainly much better than a lot of the legacy carriers out there. Are you listening, BA? An empty tray at the end of a meal is always a good sign. Now, I assume that Air Baltic is the only airline in the world to serve black balsam on their drinks menu. Riga black balsam, it's a local tradition, and on Air Baltic, really, you do have to give it a try. It is an acquired taste. It's full of herbs. And it's good for you. I like it. Cheers. The hot tip from the crew is to try the blackcurrant black balsam, so I'll be doing that when I'm in Riga. Being a short haul flight, no amenities kits are provided. However, under the middle console, I did find a blanket and a pillow. The onboard entertainment system consisted of the in-flight magazines full of interesting Air Baltic facts. Alternatively, you could look out the extra large windows or follow the route map on the small screens overhead. Eventually, just under 4 hours after our departure from Madrid, we were coming into land at Riga International Airport. All in all, this was an excellent flight, helped along by comfortable seats, a pretty empty cabin, sensational crew, some gin and tonic, and of course the famous Riga Black Balsam. How dias? That was a great flight. Thank you. That was a great flight. Really enjoyed it. Always nice being at a remote gate. Look at, you get a great view of the aircraft on the way out. I highly recommend Air Baltic. If you're in the neighbourhood, give them a go. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and check out my channel where you'll find a whole lot of other reviews and more on the way. As always, happy travels.